Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is 𝗟𝗲𝗀 and I hope everyone is doing very good today. I hope you've been working very hard to chase your dreams. I hope you want to know more about CLAT and other law entrance exams, and that's exactly why I have a session for you on the entire syllabus for law entrance exams, the various ones starting from the most common ones, CLAT, AILET and the other private examinations as well. So I'm going to be talking about all of that in a lot of detail. I hope everyone can hear and see me very clearly. Good evening, Jatin. I hope you can hear and see me clearly. All right. So, agenda क्या है? क्या करेंगे session में? There are various law entrance examinations that one aims to sit for. And we will be first discussing the common law entrance exams, and then we'll be talking about what is their syllabus in detail. We'll talk about CLAT syllabus in detail, AILET, MHCET, JMI, and various other law entrance examination and their syllabus की इन examination में किस तरीके का पेपर आता है और क्या-क्या sections पूछे जाते हैं उनको हम detail में discuss करेंगे. Good evening, everyone. So let us start off with our very first slide where I will be introducing you to common law entrance exams. The most common being CLAT. So if there's somebody who wishes to pursue a 5-year integrated program for law, that is basically a graduation BA or BBA or BCom, depending upon आप कौन से college में हैं, plus an LLB degree. Okay, if you are somebody who wishes to pursue this this course in any one of the best of the colleges, these are precisely some common examinations that we promote, that we ask you to give, that we ask you to sit for. और इसमें सबसे कॉमन एग्जामिनेशन हो जाता है क्लैट, बिकॉज ये जो 5-year इंटीग्रेटेड प्रोग्राम फॉर LLB है, ये कुछ हमारे पास में रफली 23-24 NLUs हैं जो कि क्लैट के थ्रू एडमिशंस लेते हैं. So if you wish to get into NLUs, you have to sit for CLAT and AILET. So every other NLU apart from NLU Delhi takes admission through CLAT. NLU Delhi takes admission through AILET. So these are the two examinations one can sit for in a country. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, everyone. अच्छा देखो, अभी मैं आपको CLAT के बारे में, CLAT का कोर्स, AILET का, SLAT का, I'll be telling you the course about all of these examinations. At any moment, if you have any doubt, make sure you ask the question then and there, so that you get some clarity on your preparatory strategy as well. ठीक है? So CLAT एक एग्जामिनेशन है जिससे आप वेरियस NLUs में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं. NLU दिल्ली में एडमिशन लेने के लिए you sit for AILET examination. Now these are the two examinations you have to sit for if you wish to get into various NLUs. And then we have other examinations जैसे सिम्बायोसिस ग्रुप ऑफ कॉलेजेस में, जैसे पुणे में, हैदराबाद में, नोएडा में सिम्बायोसिस के यहाँ कैंपसेस हैं. If you wish to get into symbiosis, you need to sit for SLAT. If you wish to get into Maharashtra-based colleges that are in Maharashtra that provide the 5-year LLB programmation, you'll have to sit for the MHCET examination. JMI also provides you a BLLB program. पहले 3-year का LLB होता था, अब उन्होंने उसको इंटीग्रेटेड प्रोग्राम बना दिया 5-year का, तो उसके लिए आप JMI का. अच्छा, JMI एग्जामिनेशन अभी भी देखो इट्स राइट इन द मिडल, क्योंकि हो सकता है नेक्स्ट ईयर 2024 में जब ये एग्जामिनेशन होगा, इट माइट टेक एडमिशन थ्रू CUET, बट अभी तक हमको उसके बारे में कोई क्लैरिटी नहीं है. सो विल स्टिल कंसिडर दिस टू बी एन इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जामिनेशन. एंड देन वी हैव LSAT India, because LSAT is also an examination that people give. Yes, so सुहाशनी, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी इस साल एडमिशन लेगा आपके क्लैट के स्कोर्स के थ्रू. I will, and that's exactly मैंने क्यों दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी को एक सेपरेट लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम की कैटेगरी में नहीं डाला, क्योंकि इस साल वो क्लैट का स्कोर लेगा, नेक्स्ट ईयर से वो अपना खुद का एक एग्जामिनेशन कंडक्ट कराएगा. So for now, Delhi University will take admission through your CLAT scores. I hope you've already filled out your CLAT forms if you're targeting 2024 CLAT. अगर आप 2025 target करते हैं, तो जो भी Delhi University का latest notification when it comes out, whenever that happens, we'll let you know about that. Apart from that, there are other colleges as well, like AMU, that also provides us the 5-year integrated program, but it takes admission through CUET. And then there are state universities, and then there are a lot of state examinations as well. So the list of examinations is endless, But of course, we'll not talk about all of the nitty-gritties of the minor examinations. Hi, good evening, good afternoon. We'll stick to these examinations, ठीक है? और इन सब के कोर्स के बारे में डिटेल पे बात करेंगे. तो अभी हमने क्या देखा? हम स्टार्ट करते हैं क्लैट के एग्जामिनेशन पैटर्न के साथ और क्लैट के कोर्स के साथ, क्योंकि क्लैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जामिनेशन जो आप दोगे इफ यू विश टू गेट इनटू द बेस्ट ऑफ द एनएलयूज. ओके, so let's start off with CLAT. Now see, CLAT is technically an examination that happens once a year, which is going to be happening in December this year. For the first Sunday of December is technically when it happens every year. So अगर आप 2024 में examination दोगे, that is next year, वो भी आपका December first week में होने वाला है. Alright? So December में ये examination होता है. This, and let me change the color of my pen. Okay? This works fine. This examination will be held for 2 hours. It's an offline paper, completely offline. You have to go to the exam center that has been allotted to you. Offline pen and paper based up examination loge. Now, the paper is objective type. You have roughly 5 sections here. Okay. Yeah, Swapnil, I just spoke about. Yes, for Delhi University. You're absolutely right. Okay. So, let's talk about CLAT. You have 150 questions for this examination, and you have +1 for every correct answer and -0.25 for every incorrect answer. Now, let's talk about the course of this paper. You have roughly 5 sections that are being tested upon. You have English language, you have GK or current affairs, you have legal reasoning. Now, this might look like a section which might be intriguing to you कि legal तो मुझे कुछ आता ही नहीं, ना मुझे constitution आता है, ना मुझे torts आता है, ना मुझे criminal आता है, मुझे कुछ आता ही नहीं है. How will I be able to answer legal reasoning questions? But life is not so miserable, okay? This is something that's very, very logic based. If you might look at this section, you might think this section is more of a reasoning based section, your analytical reasoning, your logical reasoning based section, more than a legal reasoning based section. I hope you would agree to that. So you have legal reasoning and then you have logical reasoning, which is technically critical reasoning only. It's not practically logical reasoning, it's critical reasoning. So I'll explain what critical reasoning is, and then you have quantitative aptitude. Now let's start with English language and let's talk about what comes in English language. एक section को हम detail में देखते हैं. 5 sections में क्या आता है, किस तरीके के questions आते हैं, ठीक है? So let's start off with just a minute. My bad. ये change हो चुका है. This is 24 marks. This is 24 marks. That's 120 in total. This is 24 marks. This is roughly 30, 30 and 12. Okay. Yeah, just did it. So that's the older picture. The new pattern includes this bifurcation. Okay. The number of questions roughly 24 में एक average मान रही हूँ. हो सकता है 24 का 25 कर दे, इसका maths में वो 10 questions कर दे. और just a minute. English में 24, 30 here, 30 here, 24 here and 12 here. ठीक है? हाँ, it's 120, just altered it. 120, just altered. My bad. It's an older picture. ठीक है? So now see, roughly when I say 24, this might be 25, this might be 22. If it is 25, then maths is going to be 12 marks then. क्योंकि 25 यहाँ आ जाएगा, 25 यहाँ आ जाएगा. But roughly एक average prediction ये है. Alright? Now let's go about with what exactly comes in the examination. I hope you're clear with the entire bifurcation. That's the updated one here. I'll update that here as well for you. Yes, 120. Alright. Now let's talk about the English section. You predominantly have RCs here. Most of the questions that come up in this section are going to be RC dominant. So you'll have roughly 5. Let me change the color of the pen. You'll have roughly 5 RCs. Per RC, you'll have 5 questions. All right. On the basis of 5 questions, you are going to be getting every question, be it vocab based, be it grammar based. They're going to be dependent on RCs. So you name it English language, but mostly it's going to check your comprehension skills. If you're able to read a passage carefully, if you're able to process it carefully, and if you're able to reproduce the answers in the correct manner. Of course, the difficulty level of the RCs are going to be variable, okay? No, Tanveer, I'm not really sure of that yet, okay? So, but yes, I know for sure that their admission is going to be through the CLAT scores. Okay. So it's going to be comprehension based examinations, comprehension based section. Mostly you'll get RCs. Most of the questions are going to be RC based, even if there's a vocab based question or a grammar based question. You are going to be getting these questions dependent on RCs. So reading comprehension is something that is going to be checked in detail here. Apart from this examination, can you name any other examination that's predominantly dependent upon reading comprehension in the English language section? Anyone? Predominantly dependent upon comprehension in the English language examination? Yes, we have AILET, we have CLAT. We have these two other examinations that are also dependent on reading comprehension for their English language section. Now let's move to GK. Again, in GK also you might get tiny passages, but remember this includes your knowledge of current affairs plus general knowledge. It's a combination of both. Predominantly current affairs, but you will also get some general knowledge related to the current affairs coming in. Okay? So make sure you have read the newspapers thoroughly, at least 12 months का न्यूज़पेपर आपने रेगुलरली पढ़ा है और उसी से रिलेटेड स्टैटिक जीके फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम बात करते हैं ओलंपिक्स की तो उससे रिलेटेड जितनी भी स्टैटिक जीके है वो आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है एंड दैट्स हाउ आपके लिए स्टैटिक जीके इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है रिलेटेड टू द करंट अफेयर्स सो बोथ आर द सेक्शंस इन व्हिच विल बी जज्ड current affairs and static GK, both contemporary events of significance from India and the world in that specific year are very, very important for you. Then we come to legal reasoning. So some basic concepts are expected from you to know. The basic concepts could be concept of law, of torts, criminal, basic constitution, but बहुत basic. What is going to be checked here predominantly is going to be your knowledge about how you apply your logic. It's more of a logical reasoning section with a mix of legal knowledge. So if you are comfortable with how law functions and a basic idea about how law functions with an inclination towards logic, this section is absolutely going to be a cakewalk for you. Most of the kids who sit for CLAT have a high inclination towards this section and they score really well here as well. The only hitch here is they give it a lot of time, more time than that's necessary, and that's where the problem arises. So we'll talk about how to increase the speed in some other session when we take that. Let's talk about the logical reasoning section. It's a misnomer. It should actually be named as critical reasoning. It is critical reasoning because critical reasoning में paragraphs आते हैं and you're asked to analyze the argument of the author. You're asked to identify the conclusion from the passage, assumptions from the passage, and you're asked to strengthen or weaken the arguments. It's lesser of numeric reasoning and more of critical reasoning. So it's actually a misnomer. This section is more of critical reasoning. You'll be asked to process paragraphs and not data. Hi everyone, good evening. So that's about the logical reasoning section. And then we have quantitative techniques. How difficult is the quant? Roughly 10 से 12 marks की quant आने वाली है. कितना difficult? Basics. Basics of averages, ratios, proportions. ठीक है, बेसिक्स ऑफ दीज जो शायद क्लास 10 तक आपके लिए आपने किया था और आपको उसी का एक थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट करा हुआ वर्जन एग्जाम में मिल जाएगा. यू जस्ट नीड टू बी वेरी क्विक with taking out averages, shortcuts, with ratios and proportion and all of that. So this is going to be precisely the most important topics if we talk about quantitative. But एक दो questions ऊपर नीचे से आ सकते हैं आपके, roughly 10 to 12 marks of basic mathematics till class 10th is going to be important for quant for CLAT. So if I talk about CLAT, I hope you have a fair idea about CLAT में क्या आएगा एग्जामिनेशन में इन 120 मार्क्स में और क्या क्या आपको पर सेक्शन पूछा जाएगा. बट एक बात याद रखिएगा, CLAT प्रीडोमिनेंटली एक ऐसा एग्जामिनेशन है जो आपको मोस्टली रीडिंग पे क्वेश्चंस पूछेगा. That is, you'll be given paragraphs, you'll be asked to analyze paragraphs and then solve questions, be it quant or GK or critical reasoning or English or logical reasoning or legal reasoning. It's going to be a reading based examination. Now let's compare this entire course to AILET's pattern. ठीक है, अब इसको मैं alter कर देती हूँ. Just a minute. Changing the color of my pen. Yes, here we go. Okay. How the marks are divided in each sections? Yeah, doing that right away. See, I actually spoke about that right away, where how the marks are divided here. So you see me doing some scribbling here. The questions in the background are the pattern जो 2022 तक follow हो रहा था. अभी lately they have come out with a new pattern 2 months back only, where they have allocated roughly. So ये जो 24 marks है उन्होंने एक range दिया है हमको कि आपको 20 से 25 मार्क्स के बीच में आ सकता है. तो हमने 24 मार्क्स का एक एवरेज लगाया कि रफली इंग्लिश विल गिव यू 24 मार्क्स का इंग्लिश आएगा आपके पास में. लॉजिकल रीजनिंग विच क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग वो भी 24 मार्क्स का आएगा. जीके और लीगल रीजनिंग 30 मार्क्स के एवरेज आने चाहिए. क्वांट रफली 12 मार्क्स का. अब +1 -1 मार्क हर सेक्शन में हो सकता है, बट इट डजंट मेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस हियर. ठीक है, ऑल राइट. सो आई होप यू क्लियर विथ ये marks bifurcation क्या है per section. Now let's talk about the AILET examination. AILET examination is again an offline paper examination, but यहाँ आपके पास में roughly 3 sections हैं. Now I'm going to talk about the 3 sections here in detail because यहाँ थोड़ा सा pattern change हो जाता है CLAT के comparison में. English language 50 marks का, GK 30 marks का, logical reasoning 70 marks का. But इस logical reasoning में क्या आएगा? English language will be dominated by 𝗟Cs. Logical reasoning will also be dominated by 𝗟Cs. Will legal reasoning come? Last year didn't. Next year it may 5-6 marks की आ सकती है. Will logical reasoning means analytical reasoning, numeric reasoning come? Sometimes आएगी, sometimes नहीं आएगी. तो अरे भाई क्या हो गया? अर्थक्वेक कहाँ आ गया? अर्थक्वेक दिल्ली में? Oh Lord. Okay. I hope everyone is safe. All right. So let's talk about this. The show must go on. Logical reasoning is dominated by critical reasoning in AILET examination as well. If you try to think about legal reasoning, last year कुछ भी नहीं आया था, but that does not mean AILET में legal reasoning नहीं आ सकती है. AILET is fond of bringing unexpected changes in the pattern every year, unexpected set of questions every year. So when you prepare for AILET, make sure you prepare for legal reasoning as well as analytical reasoning here. Analytical reasoning may come, may not come. Although इसका component बहुत कम होता है numeric reasoning का, analytical reasoning का in AILET, but अगर 1-2 sets आ जाएंगे तो you should be able to do that. ठीक है? And then you have roughly 30 marks की general knowledge and current affairs. So again, जो आप CLAT के लिए करते हैं वही सिमिलर आप AILET के करेंगे, बट यहां भी रिमेंबर आपका इंटायर पेपर रीडिंग बेस्ड होने वाला है. You'll have to read a lot of passages. Like last year आपके पास में 9 𝗟Cs आए थे इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज और लॉजिकल रीजनिंग का कॉम्बिनेशन. ये 9 𝗟C में कुछ क्वेश्चंस इंग्लिश के थे, कुछ क्वेश्चंस लॉजिक के थे, फिर दूसरे 𝗟C में कुछ क्वेश्चन इंग्लिश के, कुछ क्वेश्चन लॉजिक के. इट वाज अ कॉम्बिनेशन. सो AILET के लिए आपको एक मिक्सचर में प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा. मोस्टली CLAT का प्रिपरेशन आपके लिए इनफ होगा आपकी AILET के लिए प्रिपरेशन करने के लिए. So that's the course for AILET. I hope you have no doubts about AILET. By the way, AILET के लिए आपको NLU Delhi में एडमिशन मिलता है अगर आप AILET एग्जामिनेशन देते हैं तो. Ma'am, I have to ask you that I feel a little bit difficulty in solving passage in English. So what can you recommend so that I solve more passages for or practice basic? Shubhraj, which year are you targeting? I mean, which year are you going to sit for CLAT? I'll answer that accordingly. When are you going to sit for CLAT? क्योंकि 25 में दे रहे हो तो बहुत टाइम है, मतलब 2024 में दे रहे हो तो, बट 23 के एंड में दे रहे हो तो टाइम कम है आपके पास. Madam Shubhraj answers it. Let's talk about test CLAT, but उसके पहले we have a 3-day free trial going on our app. BYJU'S exam prep app. So if you still haven't enrolled yourself for a free trial, free of cost, you just have to register with your phone number. The link is there under my video in the description box. Go ahead and do that. Let's talk about CLAT. Symbiosis group of colleges, Pune being the most prestigious one, then you have in Hyderabad, and then you have in Noida. There are various colleges. Not much of time left. So Shubhraj, I'll expect you to do two things. One, I expect you to practice at least 5 RCs daily. Source, since you're already registered with us, you have an access to our app and the passages in our app. Take topic tests every day, at least 5 passages every day. While you take these passages, while you solve them, make sure you do a couple of things. And that's an answer for everyone who's targeting 2024 का, that is December का CLAT. अगर आप CLAT दे रहे हो, आपको प्रॉब्लम आ रही है आरसी सॉल्व करने में, ये कुछ चीजें करना. पहला, रोज 5 आरसी आप सॉल्व करेंगे और उसी दिन, माइंड माय वर्ड्स, उसी स्पेसिफिक दिन आप उन 5 आरसी को एनालाइज करेंगे. कैसे एनालाइज करते हैं? मैंने बी मार्क किया, बी क्यों ऑप्शन गलत है, आंसर तो सी था, क्यों है आंसर सी, मैंने तो सी एलिमिनेट किया था, क्यों है, व्हाई is what you have to do. Analyze these 5 RCs. And then after a set of 5-6 days, you'll know, okay, if you do the analysis same day, you would know the problems you're facing. You would know, अच्छा मेरा मेन थीम गलत हो जाता है, अच्छा मेरा इन्फरेंस गलत हो जाता है, अच्छा मैं याद नहीं रख पाता पैसेज में क्या, अच्छा मैं सिली मिस्टेक करता हूँ. You would know the kind of mistakes you're doing. In 5 days, you would know that. Practice for 5 days. Do these things daily for 5 days. In 5 days, you would know मेरी क्या गलती हो रही है. वापस जाओ, इस सिंक्रोनस वीडियो देखो, उसका क्लास में जो रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो है वो देख लो, जो क्लास का लाइव वीडियो था वो देख लो, एक बार फिर से रिविजिट कर लो. देखो मैंने आपको क्या क्या सजेशन दिए थे कि आप किस तरीके से इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं, अपने उस टेक्निक पे कैसे काम कर सकते हैं, उनको देखो. यूट्यूब वीडियोस देखो एक बार फिर से, एक वीक लगा के इन पे काम करो, एंड देन स्टार्ट डूइंग 5 RCs अगेन. I assure you will be in a very in a better place after that. Thank you, Suhasini. Thank you. God bless you. And I'm sure you're going to come out victorious. बात करते हैं SLAT की. SLAT का भी इंग्लिश का सेक्शन को हम बोलते हैं रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, क्योंकि यहां भी सिर्फ आरसी आता है. सी, ओनली आरसी. They have roughly 2-3 RCs coming up, और उसमें आपके पास में ये 12 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. कोई भी सेक्शनल टाइम लिमिट होता नहीं. सेक्शनल टाइम लिमिट एक्चुअली सिर्फ एक एग्जामिनेशन में है, एंड दैट्स LSAT. एवरी अदर एग्जामिनेशन देयर इज नो सेक्शनल टाइम लिमिट. आप एक सेक्शन से दूसरे में जंप कर सकते हो कभी भी जब आपका मन हो. LSAT में आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हो. So here you have GK, reading comprehension, analytical reasoning, legal reasoning, and logical reasoning. So you see, analytical is different from logical here. That means you have numeric and critical, both of the different sections coming up. All right. So keep that in mind. Course कुछ भी अलग नहीं है, बस variation in marks है per section. Course is absolutely the same. Logical reasoning being critical here, legal reasoning absolutely the same with CLAT. Analytical reasoning एक थोड़ा सा different section हो जाता है क्योंकि वो CLAT और AILT में अब नहीं आता anymore. You have reading comprehension बिल्कुल same CLAT और AILT से, GK बिल्कुल same CLAT और AILT से. So only this is the section in SLAT that you have to work a little harder towards, because you'll have to practice more of that. But if you're enrolled into our classes, you'll have that as well going on. बात करते हैं HCT की. महाराष्ट्र में बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस हैं, बहुत पुराने हैं, इंडिया के ओल्डेस्ट लॉ कॉलेजेस है. यू हैव ILS पुणे एंड GLC मुंबई, एंड देन यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ अदर प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस एज वेल. उन सब में अगर आपको एडमिशन चाहिए, you have to sit for MHCT. Happens once a year. You have legal reasoning, GK, logical and analytical, English and quant. Again, quant being the latest weightage, but here, if I talk about English, there's a little change in the pattern. It gives you a lot of vocab and a lot of grammar and less RC. That means not yet, सुहासिनी. अभी तक उन्होंने कोई क्लैरिटी नहीं दी है about taking admissions. देखो बच्चे, a lot of you have a lot of confusion about Delhi University's admission process. ठीक है, पहली चीज, is NLU Delhi better than Delhi University? Absolutely yes it is, because it is an NLU. It's a very highly rated NLU, so there's no comparison. All right. Two, to get an admission into NLU Delhi, the only notification that they have sent out is your CLAT scores will be taken into consideration till this year only. Next year से वो अपना खुद का एग्जाम करेंगे. CUET के लिए उन्होंने अभी तक कोई भी क्लैरिटी नहीं दी. इसका मतलब the chances are very less कि वो CUET के थ्रू एडमिशन देंगे. Okay, but remember, as soon as any notification is out, we'll make sure we have a session so that you know in and out everything about the details of admission into Delhi University. All right. So you have a lot of vocab and grammar coming up in English in MHCET. Lesser of RC. कभी-कभी तो वो एक भी RC नहीं देते हैं, सिर्फ grammar और vocab देते हैं. ठीक है. So grammar और vocab पे स्पेशल काम कर लेना अगर आप MHCET के लिए टारगेट कर रहे हो. तो स्पेशली अगर आप डोमिसाइल रेसिडेंट है महाराष्ट्र के, आपके लिए इट्स वेरी वेरी गुड चॉइस कि आप MHCET का एग्जामिनेशन दो. आपके बहुत हाई चांसेस हैं क्योंकि आपको डोमिसाइल रिजर्वेशन मिलेगा हर कॉलेज में. तो IELTS पुणे एंड GLC मुंबई आपके लिए बहुत अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी हो सकता है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट JMIB LLB. अभी तक ये नोटिफिकेशन है कि ये अपना सेपरेट एग्जामिनेशन लेंगे. लेटर ऑन इफ दे कम आउट टेकिंग एडमिशन थ्रू CUET, विल लेट यू नो. The sections are legal aptitude, English, current affairs, and maths. Simple. Okay. So you have logical reasoning coming here? No, they don't. But you have legal reasoning, which is a sort of logical reasoning section only, critical reasoning. You have English. Now here they have RCs coming up. Usually एक RC आता है plus grammar, and then you have some vocab coming up. Okay, negative marking sub examinations में यहाँ apart from LSAT. Other examinations have the negative marking. You have mathematics also coming here, but weightage vary करता रहता है. So latest उनका जो भी update आता है, and then you have GK of course. So जो भी उनका latest update आता है, will let you know about if the weightage is certain from them or not. But every year the weightage keeps going up here and there. So the latest weightage is according to the last year's paper, which is again the least preference to mathematics, least weightage given to mathematics. And then let's talk about the LSAT examination. So you have a sectional cutoff for these three sections. यहाँ logical reasoning के 2 sections आते हैं. But again, these 2 sections are full of critical reasoning only. तो आपको एक बात तो समझ में आ गई, critical reasoning एक inevitable section है almost सारे law entrance examinations का. So is reading comprehension. This also is going to be RC. So apart from MHCET and JMI, there's no other examination that does not give you RC. And JMI में भी आपके पास में RC आ सकता है, नहीं आ सकता. The same goes for MHCET. But JMI में at least 1 RC आपके पास आएगा ही आएगा. MHCET में it can go up or down, whatever. But nonetheless, RC is a very important section. So is critical reasoning. Analytical reasoning का एक अलग section होता है, that is numeric here. And these are the 4 sections on which you are tested upon for LSAT India. And there are a few colleges. Yeah, that's true, Alok. So, but then देखो, actually, I'm refraining from commenting over MHCET's and JMI's pattern because one, MHCET का pattern every year almost fluctuating रहता है. 2, JMI can take admission through CUET the next year. There are chances. So इसलिए उनके pattern पे हम कुछ भी clarity के साथ नहीं बोल सकते अगर हम नेक्स्ट ईयर 2024 में के एग्जामिनेशन की बात करेंगे, जब तक फॉर्म्स में क्लैरिटी नहीं आ जाती तो. सो यू हैव 92 क्वेश्चंस और उसके लिए आपके पास में सेक्शनल कट ऑफ होगा. एक सेक्शन का टाइम कट ऑफ खत्म होगा तभी आप दूसरे सेक्शन पे जंप ऑन कर सकते हैं LSAT के एग्जामिनेशन में. सो we knew a few things here while talking about these examinations, and that was RC is a very important section, so is critical reasoning, and then legal. ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शंस आते हैं जो कि इनवेरिएबली आपके ऑलमोस्ट सारे एग्जामिनेशंस में आते हैं. If you think you have some doubts regarding CLAT as a career option, other details of CLAT, then we have a very interactive workshop happening on the 8th of October, 11 a.m. by Abhimanyu sir. Make sure to register yourself for this workshop. It's going to be for free, but it's going to be a very interactive one. Make sure you don't miss out on this workshop. See him in the workshop and make sure your doubts are clarified there. Also, we have upcoming All India Open Mock 2, जिसका विंडो अभी 1st of October को एंड हुआ. उसका detailed analysis coming on 7th of October at 3 p.m. on our YouTube channel as well as on our app. So make sure you watch us live we're going to be discussing the mock in detail. And we have our test series that we have launched. So if you wish to prepare with us for CLAT 2024, make sure you register yourself for a test series that comes for a very nominal cost. You have 25 CLAT, 15 AILET, and 15 other law entrance exams based mocks. We've launched a new batch for CLAT 2024 and 2025 aspirants. So whatever year you're targeting, find us in the batches very soon and start your preparation. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download our app on Google Play, all our social media handles. The links are there under my video in the description box. That's going to be all for today, everyone. Any questions, you can comment under the video. Have a very, very good day. God bless you.